I'm speaking about Leaning Tower of Pisa. As the name indicates, it is situated in an Italian city called Pisa. Actually, it is said that the tower has been tilted since the time of its construction, and during the course of construction, it has been tilted more and more. And the fact which we have to know is that even though the tower is tilted almost by 18 and a half degrees or something, it hasn't been destroyed. Even it is attacked by many people or like other natural disasters. Recently in the late 20th century and during early 21st century also, they have tried to make it straight, but due to the improper orientation of the ground beneath it, because one side is very soft, so they could their trials were in vain, so they couldn't make it proper. That's right.
Very steady. The tallest building in the world, Burj Khalifa skyscraper, is a world-class destination and magnificent centerpiece of downtown Dubai. Dubai's new urban masterpiece, the superstructure has reached over 165 stories. The final height of the building is 828 meters. Isn't that too much? The building's design incorporates structural and historical elements particular to the region, such as the spiral minaret. The spiral minaret spirals and grows tenders as it rises. To support the unprecedented height of the building, the engineers developed a new structural system called the buttressed core, which consists of a hexagonal core reinforced by 3 buttresses that forms the Y shape. This structural system enables the building to support itself laterally and keeps it from twisting. The spire of Burj Khalifa is composed of more than 4,000 tons of structural steel. The goal of Burj Dubai Tower is not simply to be the world's highest building, it's to embody the world's highest aspirations. Thank you.
Hey guys, the Automium. The Automium monument was built in around 1958 for the World Expo around that time. It is 102 meters tall actually. It's 102 meters tall. There are 9 steel spears connected to each other, which represent actually the shape of a 160 billion times magnified unit cell of iron. This also represents the 9 provinces of Belgium at that time. Nowadays it is this piers means this whole monument is used for public activities and exhibition halls. This monument is actually expresses the aspiration for the peace and peaceful use of nuclear. Automium means nowadays it is not just a monument, but now actually this is the first choice for the visitors to visit Belgium, and it's a tourism attraction point.
I want to tell about Mahatma Gandhi Setu Bridge in Patna. Mahatma Gandhi Setu Bridge in Patna is the Asia's longest river bridge and also cantilever bridge of Asia. Mahatma Gandhi Setu Bridge is also known as Ganga Setu Bridge in Patna. Mahatma Gandhi Setu Bridge recognition by the Indira Gandhi in 1982 with the first 88 crore rupees, and construction in Government India. He completed work in 10 years. Construction work completed in 10 years.
I want to tell you about the Qutub Minar. It is in Delhi. Its height is 73 meters, and it is made of red stones and sands also. It is recognized as World Heritage Site. The stairs of the tower is 369 steps, and construction was started by Qutb bin Aibak in 1192, and it is completed by Qutmis in 1368, and it is beautiful, and like you should know about the Qutb Minar, and this is okay.
That I'm going to talk about today is the Kansai International Airport. Why do I consider it marvelous in the first place? In the 1980s, Osaka badly needed an airport, but they could not find a piece of land because Japan had a very limited landmass, or rather has a very limited landmass, and they could not find enough land to build a big airport, but they badly needed one. This was a very, very big problem for which they needed a solution. The Japanese engineers came up with an ingenious idea. What did they do? They decided to create land. Yes, you heard it right. They decided to create land. Every single step involved in the construction of the Kansai International Airport was a big obstacle. It took 1 million workers, 10 million work hours to complete the Kansai International Airport in 7 years after overcoming each and every obstacle. A couple of minutes is not enough for me to explain the greatness or the significance of this marvelous structure. But a couple of minutes is enough for me to ignite the spark and enthusiasm required to construct marvelous structures such as the Kansai International Airport.
Taking you to Brikeshwara temple located in the district of Madurai. This is recognized one of the World Heritage Site, and Madurai existed as a big dynasty, and this king built this temple around in the 16th century. And the thing about this structure is that there is no mountain in the location at all, but this structure was made up of about tons of stone. We still don't know where the materials came from, and about 50 tons of load was placed about 200 meters high. Even now, using high technological cranes, it is tough to do those stuffs even now. And cutting the rocks was also done precisely that it was so accurate. And during those times there was no welding or cutting machines or not, but they did it. And the structures are so marvelous that you can see they are so real like that. And this is located as a wide area that you can roam around, and it is made of the best architecture ever, that all the statues are so real in nature. Thank you.
I am taking you to the Statue of Liberty. The Statue of Liberty is situated in the middle of New York Harbor in Manhattan. It is designed by Frederick Auguste Bartholdi, an Italian-French sculptor. It was a gift to the United States from the people of the French. The statue is of a robed female figure representing Libertas, the Roman goddess of freedom. A broken chain lies at the feet of the statue, and the feet of the statue has broken shackles, which represent the country has moved forward from the oppression and slavery to the new era. The statue is an icon of freedom and a welcoming to the immigrants. Her spiky hat is symbolic. Each of its 7 spikes represent 7 oceans or 7 continents, which is the universal idea of freedom.
Lord's Temple is located in New Delhi. Its real name is Bihai Temple. It's known as Lord's Temple because its shape lies like a lotus. Its height 40 meter, apex to floor, and 70 meter in diameter. It is made in 1986 by Firibor Sahiba. It was completely made by white marbles, and in this its capacity of 205,000 pupils. And in the entire temple, there are no any religious icons. There are only copy of holy scriptures.